Hey, Matt,
Yeah,
have you ever seen when you're driving down the road those guys that are just like standing around and leaning on their shovel?
I've seen that on occasion. Yeah.
You know, those public works guys?
Uh-huh. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you have. Why do they
I
do
have seen
that?
those.
That's what we're going to answer on this episode of the Risk Control Show. I'm Steve Wilmes, and that's Matt Kita,
Hey
and
guys.
we're here with another episode of the Risk Control Show. You know what? This question came up. I was having a conversation with a family member, and they, all this snow is going on, and they were complaining about some cities not being able to, move the snow and plow the snow and this and that. And I just was like, oh my God, oh, oh, you have no clue, right?
Right,
Like
right.
your city normally doesn't get snow, and you built up around your public works department, your corporation
Mhm.
yard, your city hall, and at the time there weren't a lot of people, so there wasn't a lot of money. And then there's a lot more people and services get added, but that means taxes have to come up, but land's really expensive and there's no space. And now you're like, why don't we have more snow plows for this once every 4 or 5 year event? Well, snow plows cost big money.
Yes. Yes,
300,
they do.
400,000, right? A couple
Yep.
100,000 for a truck. I don't know. It's expensive. And they're
Yep.
big.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And if they sit in a garage for 4 or 5 years, there's going to be some heavy maintenance on those just to make sure that they're still up to snuff when you need them.
Right. I mean, I was thinking about one of our counties that maintains, I don't know how many hundreds of miles of roads. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of miles of roads, and they need 18, 20, 40 of these trucks. Where do you park them all?
Right.
Where do you park them all? And then you need people to operate them. And you need people that are trained, and you need training, and you need maintenance, and you need this. And then the best part of it all is, I was talking about this with one of our counties about, okay, yeah, you plow all the snow. And she's like, yeah, we're plowing snow and we got no place left to put it, right? The parks are full, the parking lots are full. There's no other place to go with the snow. Like the plow doesn't lift it and throw it way over there,
Right,
you
right.
know?
Just stays right in front of you. Yeah. Yep.
So like you got to have a place to put it. So that's part one, right? So yeah, that got me thinking about all the other silly things that go on, and how people get all irritated about what Public Works is doing, and how come there's so many of them out there, or so many people on road crews working, and kind of standing around, and this and that, and it's like, well, you have Cal OSHA and OSHA to thank for a lot of it.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Right?
And they're doing it. They're doing it for their safety and for the safety of the public. It's like unless you want public workers to be exposed unnecessarily to dangers and hazards, then this is a side effect of that. This is why OSHA exists.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, let's just take confined space. They're doing some work in a manhole.
Mhm.
There's a minimum of 4 people needed for
Yep.
that entry, right? An
Yep.
attendant, the entrant, the supervisor,
Yep.
entry supervisor, the rescue team, and quite frankly, 3 of those people are up top doing the work, and you might
Yeah.
have more people down in the manhole or in the hole or in the confined space, but that's serious business. And
Yeah.
a lot of times now, even with the continuous monitoring requirement, you need someone to be watching the gas and doing the monitoring on a continuous basis. And if you know anything about gases, you know that they have different weights, and some are heavier or lighter than oxygen. So you can't just measure in one place. You got to be moving that around and checking. You need a good rescue team. Usually that's going to be 2 people. to
Yeah.
do the rescue, to pull one person up and out and do everything that needs. If you got two or three people in the hole, you may need three or four people on rescue because you got
Yep.
multiple victims that you have to deal with. And that's just one reason. So when you see people standing around and it looks like they're doing nothing, fall protection, if you're doing safety monitoring, that safety monitor can do no other task except
Hmm.
for monitor that fall protection. That's it.
Yep.
They can't help do anything except
Yep.
watch and alert, and that's it. And so, flagging, for example,
Yep.
you know, part of the reason we have so many people working in flagging operations is because people drive like idiots. They don't pay
Yes.
attention. You know, they drive through things. They should. I was watching some lady the other day, man, and just walking through the construction zone like
Yep.
no care in the
Nobody's
world.
business. Yep.
Like you are an idiot. You have
Yeah.
no idea what's above you, on the side of you. It's just, it's crazy. And Newsom, I'm sorry, but I still don't agree with your jaywalking decriminalization. You've made it so much more difficult for vehicle operators and bad for the environment with the start and stop. And I mean, that stuff's just going crazy. But yeah, that's why you got public works guys standing around, watching each other because they're performing a function that
Yep.
you don't understand and that you can't see. And so it's necessary. It's based in regulation. It's required. The MUTCD requires certain numbers of things: confined
Yep.
spaces, fall protection, temporary traffic control. You know, all these things. If you're doing crane and hoist, right, you need
Hmm.
communications, and there's all kinds of things that are happening on that construction site, on that roadway, in those areas that are vital. And I can guarantee you that you don't want your son or daughter, significant other, dad, mom, brother, sister, or anyone to be injured on the job. And so that's what it takes. And yeah, it is expensive to do it. So be mindful of that when you're out there. Like we can get safer and better and faster if everyone just plays along with the road closures and obeys traffic and obeys construction signs and things like this. We're trying to have a limited impact on these operations, but you know there's just some real serious stuff that people are dealing with that they need those eyes and ears.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. It just, if I were, and I'm thinking about public works, they're out there in the public, it's right in the name, and people watch what they're doing and they make those judgments. And I think about, like, how would all of us act if we knew that at any time, like, everybody in the world could turn around and look at us
Right.
and see what we're doing? You know,
Well,
I just,
everyone's watching us right now, Matt.
yeah, everyone is watching us now, right? Yeah,
The whole
exactly.
world. We're on prime time.
Yeah, the point is that how would I feel if someone were to watch me and then make a snap judgment on what I was doing based on what they thought I was doing.
Right.
Maybe they thought I was doing nothing, but I'm actually, intensely focused on a document that we're working on, or a training, or something like that. It's that kind of thing where, okay, well, think about that. If you're out on the road, if you don't want somebody to do that to you on your job, extend that courtesy to the public works, and understand that you don't understand.
Right.
You know that okay, you don't know what's going on. You don't have the training to understand it. You don't make assumptions that they're being lazy, or that they're not doing their job, or that they're wasting taxpayer money, or however you want to look at it. They are there for a purpose that is regulated and set out in code and in law and by actual regular work practice.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of times, we have to lean on a shovel because we can't put chairs out there,
Yeah.
right? Like we specifically can't sit in a chair when we're doing traffic control, right?
Yep.
So there's a lot of things, and look, it gets tiring,
It does.
and there's a lot, and these guys are working hard, man. They're working hard, harder than
Oh
you'll
yeah.
ever work, and you're sitting behind your computer. I'm sorry, but try to keep up. You can't. But
Yep.
yeah, you're right. Like I was thinking about when we were doing the excavator training, and you're out there and you're performing the checklist on who should go next, and you're making sure everyone stays back. We got people that are observing on how to do a technique. We have myself out there standing next to the excavator. We got the person in the excavator. We got all kinds of stuff. There's a bunch of people out there, and it probably looks like, what are these guys doing?
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
we're training. We're
Yeah.
training efficiency, specialized techniques, new equipment, all this kind of stuff, and it's yeah, we're out there on a very public area, big public park, well known, seen
Right.
every year all over the world.
Right.
So it's like, okay, yeah, that people probably were like, oh, what's that? But yeah, to my family member, that's
Right.
why. Yeah, it's
Yes.
like, okay, nobody wants to pay more taxes, and I get it. I don't want to either because I pay way more than my fair share. but but the point of it is that there's a lot of things that are required, and it's burdensome, and it is burdensome on all of us.
Yes.
So please, the less time you're out there haggling us about what it is we're doing, the more the more quickly we can get through it and save everyone some dough. So it certainly is there. All right, well, come out and do some of our training. That's what I got to say. Darn it, I forgot it again, Matt. We're looking for a YouTube video editor, so if you know anybody that's really good and can make these spicy and awesome, let me know. I'm looking for more things like this. 20% off for new clients.
Right.
I
Right.
feel like I want to be that, that guy on the late night TV.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
down, get yourself a new,
20% flashing on the screen. Like,
yeah, get yourself a new vehicle. All right, well, don't forget to check us out on all our social media platforms. We got all that good stuff there. And we have Udemy and Dollar Training Club, so you can check out our trainings there as well. And don't forget to check out our website. All right, Matt. Well, I think we've summed up a lot. But yeah, if if you're a YouTube editor, hit us up. And
yep.
hopefully we'll have time to look at all the comments and find you in there. Or you can just send us an email. Our website address is there, YouTube editor. And again, we're looking to go from 3 viewers to 3 million, 5 million. I don't know. Something like
Easily.
that. So
Let's
let's do this.
shoot for the world, Steve. 8-9 billion. 8-9 billion. Let's do it.
89 billion?
8 to 9 billion. Whatever it is now. How many people we got in the world?
Goodbye.